Yo, 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 Panther Nation, what is good? Welcome back to Two Fans in the Stands. I am your favorite armchair GM, CJ.
And I am once again your favorite couch scout extraordinaire, Tony. Come on, one time. Yeah,
What's good with you, cuz?
man, I can't call it. You know me, as usual. Six in one hand, half a dozen in the other. Guess I call even.
I hear you. I hear you.
What about you, cuz? How you
I'm
feeling?
doing.
How global headquarters coming along?
Hey, let me tell you, I just installed all the outlets. I got four more lights to install tomorrow, and I gotta get my final electrical inspection. So hopefully the live Saturday would be my last live that I'll be doing upstairs. Go live next Wednesday.
Already.
I'll be outside trying to figure out how to get all the echo out of it.
Right.
Yeah, man.
So what's good? What you got on tap for us today?
Oh well, before I get into that, I just want to thank everybody again because a couple weeks ago we were almost at 1,000 subscribers and now we're at 1150. So I just want to say thank you again to everybody who was taking time to subscribe to our channel, check out our
No
content, and
doubt.
if you're here and if you haven't already, go ahead and give the video a like for us, help us out with the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe to the channel. Check us out on all social media at Two Fans in the Stands. And then what we like to call Twix, that's a mixture of Twitter and X at Two Fans ITX. All right.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
But I see you changed the background up, man. You got the you got the fro
Yeah,
out, man. You looking clean over
You
there,
know,
dog.
I put a 52 fake out on, if somebody comment on my mop, so I just feel like I just had to let it air out a little bit, you understand me? You know,
Boy,
let
let me
let
tell
let
you.
let them know let them know we healthy over here at 51.
Hey, let me tell you, man. It looked like you went in the Canva and put the glow effect around you. It's like you like I'm saying, light go to the upper room.
Already trying to
Oh
play
man,
around with the lighting and stuff.
I feel you. Yeah, I might do that myself. But shout out to everybody in the chat. Chris, fellas, what's going on, Chris? How you doing? Panthers Prime podcast. Demetrius, what's going on, man? Hey, give me a little
Prime,
bit. I'm gonna drop that link, Dolph. If you want to join us.
Prime
Mr.
said my sheep looking good.
Hunky Mr. Huggy Dory said, ready for the dance. I've got my brackets filled and rabbit's feet ready. I need me 1,347,000 after taxes, but I'll take it. Hey, you know what? I haven't filled out one single bracket for March Madness, not one. And then I realized yesterday that the playing games are starting. I was like, oh, well, too late for that. So, you know.
Listen, you could tell I was kind of behind on it because my wife told me. I was like, no, they start Wednesday. She was like, no, Virginia played yesterday. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I think
So
Virginia got beat
see,
yesterday too.
who? Yeah,
I,
yeah,
I think
they got
Virginia
the
got
wheels
beat
beat off
yesterday
of
too.
them. Yep,
Yeah.
they got the brakes beat off of
Doug,
them.
what's up, Doug? It's night shows are the best going on, big cuz. What's up, dog? How you doing? Cameron
What's up,
Duckett
Doug?
said, so Joey Jewell went back to the Broncos. No, it's another cat. I forgot his name.
No,
Not Josie. Josie
yeah,
signed his contract already. He's a Panther
uh,
now.
yeah, Strand or Stan. He was a
So,
backup
yeah.
linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
Recorded no anything last year,
Yeah.
so it
His stat
wasn't it
line was
wasn't
a flat
lost.
line.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It wasn't no loss, so it is what it is.
Yeah. Native said, "Let's win the NFC South." Hey, let's shoot for the best, man. I'm with it. I'm
That's the
with it.
plan.
I'm with it. And the prime pot, easy head to guitar set and grab some dampers for the walls. Oh yeah. I got some of them on order already. I'm waiting for them to get here. I'm gonna play around with hanging up in different spots, see how the sound goes. The
Already.
sheep look. Oh my god!
Yeah, I
Says
aired it out for him just for him. I got it just for him.
he said not him. See Cameron. I don't know what that means, Nathan. Chris said I'm parked tonight, so I'm all lit. Hey, I got you. If VA didn't lose, they got their ass. Well,
Facts. I was trying to show him
uh,
a little grace, trying to show him a little respect.
I know. Larry Barino said, "How y'all day so far?" Hey man, day is going good, dog. I'm still here to talk about it, so everything is
What's
is,
up,
is great.
Larry? What's up, Larry? Everything pie. I can't complain.
I hear you. All right, Tony. Well, let me throw our trusty little banner up here, and let's get into the night's topics. Okay, so as the thumbnail said, this is our 24 free agent hustle part three, and as the days go by, free agency is getting a little quieter. It's not as frantic as it was a week ago. So the Panthers only made
Right.
a moves. Okay, and let me bring these up here. Give me one
Somebody in the
second.
chat said we got Kendall's number block.
Mhm.
No, not that one. Dig it. Like, no, we ain't
Oh
blocked
no,
anybody, dig.
nah, we don't block nobody, but we good, man.
Nah.
Yeah, we don't block nobody, man. Everybody, look, hey, look, over here. I don't care if you disagree with us 100%. You're always welcome to come chat it up with us, okay? And look,
Yep.
all I ask is everybody let everybody talk and be respectful. Talk about the topic. Don't aim it at each other. That's all I ask over here.
Right.
All right. There you go, Miss Hunky Dory. He just a spirited, passionate man. That's all he is. He all good with us. All right, let's get into it. So the first signing, Panthers got Yosh Nijman. I'm hoping that
Nijman.
J
Yeah.
is hoping that J is silent. Hope I ain't messing it
You
up.
said it right. You
Okay.
said it right.
All right, offensive tackle, 6'7", 314 pounds, undrafted in 2019 draft. His 2023 stat, 17 games played, 230 snaps, 2 penalties, and 2 sacks allowed. Okay, so what I see from this move here, Tony, and I've seen this on X a lot today too. Ain't nobody safe, man. Ain't nobody safe because to be honest with you, the way some of the highlights I've seen, he could come in and start if we really needed him to. So
Well,
I'm looking at this as he better get his game right.
I mean, that's the one thing you want to have. You want to have good, healthy competition. We talked about last year, especially with our guard position, when the starters went down, it went from sugar to shit in
Mm-hmm.
2.2 seconds. You know what I'm saying? There was like really
So it did.
no quality backups. We had some young players that had that had that hadn't had that hadn't had any NFL experience and it showed. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
No no starter experience in the NFL and it showed. So when you could bring in somebody that has started some games at both tackle positions that can be swing tackle if something happened to Icky or Taylor Moton, he can step in and hopefully you don't lose that much production if he did have to step in, but it also pushes the starters. Like you said, Icky. You know, when that pressure is put up on you, you either gonna barbecue or mildew. You know what I'm saying? So hey, it is what it is. I like good healthy competition, man. So at the end of the day, you got the
Wow.
best five. You got the best five out there. That's what you want. You want the best five out
Okay.
there, but also don't lose sight of, just like with each coaching change, even the players on the practice squad, your practice squad players, some of them are going to get let go. Some of them may stay, but some of them are going to get let go too because that coaching staff is going to want to
Mm-hmm.
bring in their own players, players that they can, possibly work with, groom, that's a developmental project, things of that
Mm-hmm.
nature. So they bring those guys in, man, and so there's going to be some changes with the practice squad as well.
Okay. Fact. See, Dougie, what's up, dog? How you doing?
What's up, big cousins? What's going on, man?
What's
Over
up,
here in
Oh
this
Doug? What's
man,
lab.
poppin'?
ain't
Over here
nothing
in
to
this
it.
lab. But I had to come show. Yeah, I see your face. Yeah, CJ, I'm in the lab cooking something up. But I had to
Yeah.
come spit it with y'all, man.
Hey, we appreciate it. And like I said, man, I apologize for sending you the message late.
Oh, you good? You good? You good? You good?
Look, we always tell each
Yeah.
other when we going live, and I looked at that about 2 minutes before we went live, and I
Look,
was like, "Oh crap!"
only I already knew y'all were going live because guess what? Everybody that's in the chat had notification bell on. Again, if you ain't subscribed to Two Fans in the Stands, hey, even if you text me 2 minutes late, I would have got the notification bell, man. So
There you go, straight from what's up, Doug. All
Already.
right, Doug, what you think about Yosh Nijman?
I need everybody. Yeah, I hope my guy PPP is on because you know I know the Icky slander. I would say this just the same way we want to give Icky slander, we need to give Taylor Moton slander as well. Yeah, Taylor Moton is the most consistent
Facts.
offensive lineman that we have on the line, but we still need to give him slander as well, man. But
Oh
this
yeah,
move right
oh
here
yeah.
is for competition. Dan Morgan
Mm-hmm.
needs Ike Ikwanu and Taylor Moton to be pushed. Um,
Yeah.
Going back to Brady Christensen was supposed to come in as the number one left tackle in the league. We really have not seen him play left tackle at all. So now we're having him be a swing tackle from left to right. But I do think that with this young man here, with him having 22 starts, I think Tony and I said it yesterday. I think both at left and right tackle, he's definitely going to give Icky pointers and also give Icky some push. So, like I said, that's what I'm
Yeah.
looking at it for. It's honestly for competition, and it's going to help. And I appreciate Dan Morgan standing on business. He said he wants competition at
Yeah.
every level. And if you look at it, most of these acquisitions that we brought in are going to bring competition. Nobody's guaranteed a job. You have to earn your job.
Right.
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 And
Well,
hey, Doug, you took the words right out of my mouth because I was just about to say that besides Icky, we also have to get competition for Moulton. Because like I always like to say, quiet as it's kept. Quiet as it's kept. But a lot of people are talking about it. Taylor Moulton had a rough season last year.
Yeah,
I think
he did.
PFF won't say otherwise. But if you look at a lot of the plays and you look at them plays when Icky's getting beat, Taylor Moton's right there 5 feet away from him, and his man then got past him too. It's just the Icky man be a little bit quicker and get to the quarterback first. So, they both had a
yeah.
rough season.
One last point. I seen Tony was going to say something. I'll say this: people don't know Icky has arthritis in his arms. I don't know how they came out. I mean,
Oh,
yes, he has
oh,
an issue with that.
oh.
But think about it, Tony. I mean,
Yeah. I
Tony.
had. Yeah. That's news to me.
No, look at it. Think about
Hey,
this. When you remember, he used to wear brace. I mean, the not the brace, but the braces around his arm. Now he's been wearing a brace on that arm. He just started doing that 2 years ago. And y'all remember it was the
mm,
elbow injury that he had when we had, was it Teddy? Was it Teddy or Baker when he had that elbow injury and he was out for a couple of
It was
weeks?
Baker. He wasn't here when
it had
Teddy
been
was
Baker,
here.
yeah. Mm.
Moton? No, I'm talking about Taylor Moton.
Oh, you
Oh,
talking
you
about?
talking
I
about
think so.
Moten? Yeah.
Oh, you
Yeah.
said,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
oh,
Yeah. Yeah. I do. I do remember
gotcha,
Moten having arthritis in his elbow. Yeah.
That's what
gotcha,
I'm
And
talking
he
gotcha.
about.
had
Okay.
me and CJ pointed out a couple times last year, and it hadn't been reported or anything. He had some problems with that right knee too last year. Cause
Yep.
when you watch him trying to kick step
Thank
or
you.
kick slide, he was getting beat terribly around the corner. And I was telling CJ, I was like, this dude don't look like himself, man, because
Thank you.
he moved better than that. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
and
Tony,
one thing I
that's
could
what I
give
was
him
getting at.
props for is toughening it out and being a warrior and working through the pain. So big ups as far as that. But one thing I hate about players when they are hurt. It's
Mhm.
one thing to play while you're hurt, but when it's been a detriment to the team, when
Mhm.
it's causing, when it has a negative impact on the team, at that point, I think you should shut it down. Some
Mm-hmm.
people would say, well, maybe the backup behind him ain't any better. Well, I'll take a healthy backup with possibly less talent than you trying to possibly hurt you know, your starting right tackle, the highest paid lineman on your line. Like what good is that going to do? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Good,
Mm-hmm.
good thing that it didn't happen like that. But I just wish that when players are hurt, when they're really hurt and and it's affecting their game, just pull out.
Can I? I don't want this cat to come out the bag, but y'all family, like CJ said, I'm in the lab working on another video talking about
Mm-hmm.
adding some guards to this position. No,
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the same exact players that we talked about last weekend. I know Tony
Mhm.
and I are headstrong on Cooper Beebe, but some of the players that I'm doing film on, these guys are going to bring in competition. And one thing I'm really hoping Dave Canales and Dan Morgan don't say, "Oh, you're a rookie, you have to sit behind a veteran," because
Mhm.
if that's the mindset, you're setting your team up for failure. If a rookie outbeats a veteran, they need to start. Yeah, the veteran
Yeah.
can sit there and
Facts.
be death piece or whatever, but and I'm not getting. I don't want to distract the point that I'm trying to make. But like Austin
Mhm.
Corbett, I'm really talking about Austin Corbett. I mean, I would definitely be shocked that Carolina does not go and get a center when it comes to the draft, because he's the only center that's penciled in right now. And
Mhm.
if you're really saying that we're going to have competition, that's the only position on the offensive line that does not have no competition right now.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
in our first two mock drafts,
Mm-hmm.
1.0, 2.0, we had center at the
Mm-hmm.
33rd pick because if you look at the depth chart and when the move of Austin Corbett going to center was first announced, that was one of the first things that CJ and I said was like,
Speak on it, Tony.
okay,
Speak on it.
that's cool. That's cool enough, but you're gonna need something behind him just in case. Cause this
Mhm.
man is coming off two major knee injuries and he hasn't played center since the preseason when he was in Cleveland. So it just
Still ain't
looked
found the
good to
tape.
us either at 33 or 39, you know what I'm saying? Grab one of the top notch center that can either push him,
Mhm.
or either be a plug and play. To be honest, Zach, what's the boy to West Virginia?
Zach Frazier.
Zach Frazier.
Zach
Look,
Frazier,
I know Zach Frazier. You got
plug
the boy out
plug
of
and play
Arkansas.
center.
It's a hope,
Mhm.
man. I just finished looking
Yeah,
at these centers, man.
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, but look at MDJ 365 is coming. He said at least Canales brought his own guy in for the O line. That was the problem last year. Camping wasn't Wright's guy, so it was friction and philosophy. I'm sure.
That's a
Yeah,
good point. That's a great
yeah,
point.
Yeah,
that's a great point. And then all the stuff
yeah.
surrounding that, and he was going back and reporting, to Tepper and whoever. So hey, I'm glad they brought in their own people. All right, but let's get on the next signee that the Panthers brought in. Excuse me, all night. My bad. But let's get to
Mhm.
David Moore. Okay. And it's funny because my boy Daniel, and I don't know if he's watching, but if he is, what's up, Mace? Um, he sent me a message and he said, "Wow." He said, "I see the Panthers really got them a winner with this one." He said him and his whole 5 receptions for 94 yards. All right. But let's just, and I see a lot of people saying this on X too. David Moore was with the Panthers, I think, at 21, and then he didn't make it to the first. I think he didn't make it through training camp, or he got cut right after training camp. But he spent time with Seattle last year with Tampa Bay. But I think this is just another, again, another guy who's familiar with Canales' system from his time in Seattle and Tampa Bay. Okay. So I don't think he's coming in here to blow up the stat chart, you know. And my thing is, if he can come in and play his part and do what he needs to do, and when he's called on, he makes a play. That's all we really need him for. Don't let that 7 games played, 5 receptions, 94 yards, and a touchdown be the only thing you look at and go, oh my God, why did we get this guy? Okay. Every position needs depth. Every position, needs depth. So we always need extra player. Tony, Doug, what y'all got?
Go ahead. Go ahead, Doug.
Oh, go ahead. I'm on mute. Go ahead. You go, and then I come right to you, Tony. Go ahead.
Oh, um, I don't know if a lot of people remember David Moore was here before when he was a free agent coming out of Seattle. I loved the signing then. I don't know what happened with him and Matt Rule and that whole regime. But if you remember David Moore, he was like the third leg in Seattle behind Doug Baldwin and Tyler Lockett. Big boy. He kind of pushed you in the mind of that of Godwin down in Tampa Bay. Similar size, he got good speed. Uh I just wish he would have got the right opportunity when he signed as a free agent back in Matt Rule's first year because I liked him, coming from Seattle, got good hands, run good routes. So hopefully this time around, by him having the experience with Dave Canales and in that system, and he knows that system, that can be a plus for us going into this year. So I like David Moore, whether it's a depth piece or another receiver in the locker room that can help the other guys get familiar with the scheme or whatever. If you need him, I think he'll be a good depth piece to call on, and he could probably do some things for us. So I like it.
Okay.
I'm okay with it.
All right. Cool.
A
Cool. Cool.
depth
Cool.
piece. It's a depth piece.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. He has familiarity with Dave Canales, with the offense. Can help a young guy. I really think this is brought in to help a young guy um be molded if we draft. This does not stop us from drafting anybody.
Yeah.
Um, because I'm really thinking we're still gonna draft one, and you have a Adam Thielen, you have a Deontay Johnson, a TMJ, and I'm missing somebody else in that room, I feel like. But I mean, that room is incomplete right now, and you can still bring in some rookies that David Moore would be almost the elder statesman in that room. So I'm really thinking this is a move to as a depth and transition the wide receiver room going through that somebody's familiar with the offense.
Okay.
I don't think David Moore is well. He's not old.
Well, not old, but I'm saying when I say elder statesman, that room is still young if you really think about it. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Well, yeah. I agree. I agree. All
Okay.
right.
All right. Well, cool, y'all. Well, David Moore, I think we all agree, rotational piece for now, and we'll see what happens once OTAs, training camp, preseason, everything gets going. All right. All right.
Yeah,
So
he's
move
just
on to
29.
yeah. So let me see. We'll move on to the next slide here. Um. All right. So now, as free agency has gone on, we've had a few player visits, and as you all know, Chase Young has decided to sign with the Aints. Mike Williams has decided to go and play with the Cargo Planes up in New York, and so all we have left is Jadeveon Clowney's coming in and Michael Gallup. And Doug, correct me if I'm wrong. Gallup hasn't had his visit yet, has he?
I thought he had it Monday. I haven't seen anything else, but he was supposed to have it Monday.
Okay,
I haven't heard
because I
anything.
know.
Monday.
Yeah, because I know I think either tomorrow or Friday he's supposed to go and visit the Ravens. Okay, so now, and this is going to kind of segue into our next topic as well. But how does Gallup and Clowney possibly signing or possibly not signing? How do y'all think that affects what we do in the first three picks of the draft? Okay, because we got 2 second rounders and the third rounder. The first pick in the second round, the seventh pick in the second round, and the first pick in the third. All right. So what do y'all think by not okay? Let me say this. What do you think by not getting Young, not getting Williams, and the uncertainty around Clowney and Gallup? How do y'all think that affects our draft?
You me go first, Tony. You got it.
No, go ahead, Doug.
Chase Young, I'm glad 13 million guaranteed, and you have a neck injury that you possibly are
Yes.
playing with. People gotta understand that neck is something serious. You can't play with that, man. And you playing the DN, and you getting pushed, and you in the pile. And let's just say, Lord forbid, he get paralyzed with an injury, something with that neck, man. But the neck is nothing to play
Mm-hmm.
with. And again, you fully guaranteed his contract. Mike Williams, we said it last week. We said it on my channel. It was either you wanted the money or it was Aaron Rodgers. Let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Who wouldn't? And he's betting on himself to be with a quarterback that can
Right,
help him, with his career. So
right.
I'm not too worried about it. I do want Clowney. I know he had his meeting today with the Jets. So let's see. The day has ended. Hopefully he can decide between us and the Jets, and we don't have to wait that long. Michael Gallup, I already know what I seen with Gallup, but I'm really hoping we do get Clowney. We do need. Yeah, I'm gonna use that elder statesman in that room because that room is very young.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be by committee. So,
Okay.
what
Yeah.
Rod Jones said, hold on. Rod Jones said his contract is not fully guaranteed. Last time
Yes.
I checked,
Yeah,
Yes.
it's not.
Yes. I think
Yeah,
it's
it's
a
not
base
fully
of two
guaranteed.
point something $million, and there are a bunch of game
incentive.
incentives.
Okay,
Yes,
Incentives.
bunch
okay.
of
Yeah,
So
incentives.
that's my bad. Rod
So,
Jones, my bad. My bad.
hmm
I always admit,
yeah.
if I'm wrong. Like I said, I last time I checked, I know everybody was saying it was 13 million guaranteed. So
But
yeah.
it
Well,
was,
I,
I
I
think
didn't
it
see
was
that
more
till today.
so. Yeah, I saw that yesterday. Somebody posted on Twix, but I think that
Hmm
the thing that most teams were scared about, and they mentioned it, it was the same thing that they were scared about when he was traded from Washington. The medicals, people
hmm
were people were scared of this, the scan, the report that came back in the medicals, especially with that neck. You know what I'm saying? That's not nothing to
Yeah,
sneeze at. That's not like it's
it's
an
not.
ACL or a back injury or something like that. Because God forbid if something were to happen and that player is on your team, so now you on the hook. You know what I'm saying? So New Orleans, for whatever reason, decided they wanted to take that gamble. I guess they kind of
Hmm
protected themselves by not, giving them a base salary
Yeah.
of, 2.5, 3 million, and the rest of the contract is incentivized. And I think it's also my understanding is that depending on when he starts or when he actually starts playing, because they say it's a 3 to 5 month recovery from the surgery from the
hmm
procedure he's getting ready to have. So, you mean, hey, you don't know you don't know if he's gonna be ready for OTAs or training camp or even the regular season. So everything is 50-50. So they kind of protected themselves and they felt like it was a risk worth taking. As far
Yeah.
as Clowney, between Clowney and Gallup, I think Jadeveon Clowney is more because the edge rusher is more pressing than another wide receiver. The, I, the wide receiver draft is so stacked that
hmm
honestly, you don't have to go and grab a wide receiver at pick 33 or 39. To be honest,
Yeah.
you really don't. There's other pressing needs that we have besides wide receiver. You know me, I always start in the trenches, CJ. So when I
I
look
know.
at offensive center, when I look at guard, when I look at another defensive tackle, like I love that we brought Ashawn Robinson in, but we still need more depth in that defensive line rotation. Okay, still need a
hmm
little bit more size. When you start talking about even tight end, we really don't have a field stretching tight end. Like I mentioned before, Tommy Tremble has definitely shown improvement year after year, and we just hope that it continues. But there's nothing wrong with having another playmaking tight end alongside him. So, and
Facts.
definitely corner. I can't stress that enough. Every mock draft
hmm
that we do, I'm going to keep stressing that.
hmm
All you have to do is just watch the tape and remember what happened last year and the year before last. We need corners. So I think we need to
Facts.
go into the draft and draft one. Stop piecemealing the corner position. With these different players coming in and out. Go draft one that we can groom, that that can come up in our system and
hmm
hopefully be an advantage for us. So
Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
Now speaking of that, okay, let me get this off the screen here. Um, Speaking of that, fellas, now we want to get into a mock draft here in a minute, but I wanted to ask, okay, since we got two guards in free agency, we signed Josie Jewell, the linebacker. All right. We have Neiman, Yosh Neiman, offensive tackle. Who else we signed? Jordan Fuller, safety. I
right.
miss Dane Jackson, cornerback. Okay. So going into the draft, and I asked this because I was kind of not really stumped doing a couple of mock drafts in my spare time, but do you think that it's more okay? Should we get like Should it be like edge, wide receiver, cornerback with our top three picks? Should we go center, cornerback, edge? You get what I'm saying? Like what would be your order? Everybody in the chat, let me know as well. What would be your order now after what we've done so far in free agency? Because when I go do my mock drafts, like Tony always says, cornerback is always in the back of my mind. And I'm like, okay, well, cool. Well, let me see if one of these high-rated cornerbacks, may fall down to pick 65. And to be honest with you, a lot of them kind of don't, the ones that I want to take. And so I did one where I did offensive line, and then I went edge, and I went wide receiver. I did one where I went wide receiver. Then I double dipped. I did two wide receivers, and then I did a edge rusher. So let me know, guys, with the first three picks, 33, 39, and 65, what is your order of, most important as position?
For me, I love the center edge corner. Now I know that's not a lot of people's favorite. A lot of people gonna blow their nose at that or whatever. Everybody screaming wide receiver, like JSN 23NC. Um, Here's the thing about with JC Horn, and we mentioned it on a couple of episodes back. JC Horn is 50-50. Even if he stays healthy, even if he plays a full 17, what do you have on the opposite side of him? Troy Hill is a nickel. Troy Hill, 80% of the time is going to be in the slot. So that's your nickel corner. So you still need another corner to play opposite of JC Horn. And just in case JC Horn, as history has shown, you still need another corner just in case he's not available. That's all I'm saying. Because the pieces that we've had behind Dante Jackson and JC Horn the past 2 or 3 years, it ain't been that good, bro. It ain't been that good. So
At all.
bringing in some rookies, some new bloods, our own talent, stop signing players from other teams that other teams have thrown away or whatnot. We need to bring in some of our own guys, man. It's imperative. Because don't forget, JC Horn gonna be looking for an extension come next year. Okay, even though I'll get in that later, but he's gonna be looking for an extension. He's gonna be looking for an extension. So the Panthers gonna have a decision to make. Okay,
Don't they
just
have
like
to
they
make
had.
that decision this year before the season starts on his 5th-year option?
Uh, wh- no, I think because he came out
Or
at
is it
21.
because
21.
this
Yeah, he
is
came
this
out
is year 4.
this.
It
Yeah, this is year 4. So they don't have to make it this off season. They can make it at the end of the season, at the end of this 4th
Gotcha.
year.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Gotcha.
yeah.
Gotcha. 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 Okay. All
But
right.
go
Dub,
ahead,
what you
Dub.
think?
I'm not gonna give my order away because y'all stealing the thunder of one of the videos I'm doing the 2-part series on. So I'm doing offense
My
first.
bad.
No, y'all good. Like, I mean, I'm gonna try to keep it bland because I want the people to watch the video because I just got all cleared, so we got no copyright or anything. So
Gotcha.
can it I will answer, but I ain't gonna say no names. So I would
Okay.
Let
say
him use you. Let him use you.
let's do edge. Let's do edge.
Uh-huh.
Um, edge/linebacker. And what I mean by that, because y'all know we run a 3-4, so you can do an edge or a linebacker. I'm not cheating because I know there's 2 different positions, but in this particular scenario, you can do an edge or you can do a linebacker, outside linebacker, wide receiver, and in that 3rd round, um, center or cornerback. So first it'll be that DN/linebacker, wide receiver, and then either a corner or a corner or a center.
Hey, look, you and T Thompson are thinking just alike. Here's what he just commented: edge, wide
Yep.
receiver, and center. Yep.
Yep.
Let me see. Antonio said, I'd rather sign Clowney and draft the edge in the 5th. Now, I really hope we do get Clowney because there is one edge that Muhammad Kamara from Colorado State, and it seems like he always falls later on in the draft. So that might be an option. Hopefully, if we sign Clowney, okay. Oh God, hey Doug, you gotta
Hey,
go
Doug,
bring the
you
birds
see,
back, man.
I can't
yeah,
listen to without some birds. Hey, you want to hear that in Texas? You want to hear that in Texas? I'm down south. Like I said,
oh
in Texas, we don't
God,
need no birds, man.
hmm Let me see. Mr. Big on said, let me cook. 33, Zach Frazier. 39, Xavier Leggett. 65, Peyton Wilson. 101, Cam Hart. 141, Muhammad Kamara. 142, Javon Solomon. Okay. All right.
I like that. That's
Yeah.
solid. That's solid.
Mm-hmm.
If
Okay.
yay, that's solid. I like
All right.
that.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. He said, trust. All right. Hey, look, we trust you.
All right, Mr. Big Arm.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Let me see. Let me go through some more comments here. Let's see. Is Zach a center? Zach, yeah,
Zach
Zach
Frazier.
Frazier. Yeah, he
Yes,
is a center out of West Virginia.
pure
My bad.
center, 4-year starter.
Yeah, my bad. I had a brain fart for a second. There. Yes. Let's see. Rock
Yeah,
Jones says all depends on the best players available at our picks with our needs in mind. Yes, this is true. But the reason why I
that
was
is true.
asking this, Rock, because even though we've made some splashes in free agency, and I think we've improved in some of the spots most of the spots that we've picked up, but there's still, some glaring needs because even though like we signed Josie Jewell, okay, and I think he got what a 2 or 3 year contract. So you're going in the next couple years,
I think so.
he's
Yeah,
our
nobody
linebacker.
got a 1 year deal. Most of these are 2 or 3 year deals.
Yeah. But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking this as well. You got Edgerrin Cooper, Peyton Wilson in this draft. If they're there, do you pass up on 2 players like that just because you picked up Josie Jewell? And in the same sense, if you do
No,
take one of those linebackers, then what other position does that possibly take from as far as who you can get higher in the draft? You get what I'm saying? Because like I said, edge. Okay, before the Brian Burns trade, I wasn't even thinking about taking the edge in the draft. I was hoping that Carolina was going to sign him, but now since he's gone, that's a big need. Okay, YGM is gone. Shoot, and now who was it? Kamu Grugier Hill. He went to the Vikings today. I know he's not an edge; he's a linebacker and our emergency kicker. But that's another depth piece that's gone. So
I wish we could have
which
brought him back.
I really wish we could have too. I swear I do.
Yeah,
But
and don't
hey,
don't sneeze on Deion Jones neither, because I don't believe he signed with anybody so far in free agency. There's a lot of players that we let go that has started games for us that haven't even signed with other teams. Even a CJ Henderson. Nobody has
mhm,
picked CJ Henderson up or signed him. So
it
don't be
better not be us,
surprised if, yeah, but don't be surprised for depth purposes. So some of these players come back,
man.
if the money right.
CJ Henderson come back. I'm gonna flip this whole dining room table over, dog. I'm gonna flip everything over, man. I'm gonna
I
flip
feel you.
everything over. But yeah, but real talk, though, I was thinking that earlier in the back of my mind. I was like, with that, I said, what if they mess around and bring CJ Henderson back? Just because of the way everything is looking right now, and the fact that like I said, we got J.C. Horn is 50-50. We signed Dane Jackson. We got Troy Hill, but we still need to add some more to that spot just in case something happens to JC Horn again. I'm praying that he stay healthy all
Right.
season. But I think in Dan Morgan and Dave Canales, the back of their minds, they got to be thinking, okay, we've got to do something else with this position. Okay. So, but
Right.
we'll
Right.
we'll see. We'll see.
Right.
Let me get through some more of these comments here. Let me see. Rod said, I can't see the team spending all the money to shore up the old line to leave it whole and in the center. So another option would be trade up in the first round, get Powers an elite center. Yeah, that is an option. But
Yes.
the only thing with that is, and we've kind of been preaching this here, that we don't want to see the Panthers give up any picks. Okay, we did get one extra pick in this draft, and we did let me see, we bettered our fifth round pick from 165 to 141 in that Giants trade, and then we picked up the number 39 pick. So, and like there was a comment earlier, and I think it was by Antonio, if I'm not mistaken, and said, we need all the help we can get. So me personally, and
Facts.
I think Tony probably echoes my sentiment here when we say, we want to see them keep all their picks. If at the very, very worst, just say if they were to trade back from 33, with the assurances that the player that they really were going to pick at 33 would still be there, say at 34 or 35 or 36, they decide to trade back and say they could pick up a couple more picks with that, or maybe one extra pick. Now that I would not mind at all. But I'm not the real GM. I'm not Dan or Morgan. I'm not the head coach. So we don't know what they'll do. But if they do trade up into the first round, I just hope they make that I hope they make a great pick. That's all I can say. If you're giving up picks to jump up in the first round, and I don't think they're gonna jump up very far if they do. But I hope whatever pick they do, if that happens, it's got to hit. It's got to be somebody that can come in, start from day one, and make sure you get your value out of. You make sure you get your value out of the player, and for the picks that you lost. So
Right. I agree. But yeah, MGD and Brandon Millen both were talking about tight ends. Well, we
mhm,
definitely have taken Jared Wiley, the tight end, out of TCU
mhm.
in a couple of our mock drafts. And that's something that so let me just back up. We've been screaming tight ends for the past 2 years.
Yes.
We are not fans of Ian Thomas. We don't understand. Yes, we do. He got NSA security. Somebody in his family got tape on somebody, so the Panthers brought him back. Now that's just me sounding stupid with a conspiracy theory, but that's the only thing that kind of makes sense to me as to why this dude keep coming back. But they restructured his contract, and he's only
Mhm.
guaranteed 1.3 million. So for the league minimum, I
Yeah.
mean, that might be something that you can work with when we talk like we always talk about the value. Okay. So
Mhm.
1.3 as opposed to the 6.5 that that Matt Rule gave him. I mean that that's a big difference. So, but
Yeah.
still,
Yeah.
all in all, we still need a pass catching tight end. Jared Wiley will be nice. I've seen people mention Dallin Holker from Colorado State, Ben Sinnott
Mhm.
from Kansas State. There going to be some good tight ends that can you know stretch the middle of the field, run down the seam. They got good feet, good hips. That can come and
Mhm.
snatch the ball out the air for you.
Yeah. Shout out to the Rockstar report in the chat. How you doing, man? What's good? What's going on? He says,
What's
yeet.
going on, Clay?
All right. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and get into it, Tony. Let's go ahead and get into
All right,
our mock draft 5.0. All right. Y'all give
let's
me a
do
second
it.
here.
And
I
while
am
we're
switching
doing that,
screens. I don't
I
have
s-
all my screens in front of me.
yeah, I see there's 71 people watching right now, but we only have 25 likes. So do us a great, huge favor. Hit that like button, subscribe, comment, turn those post notification bells so you can be made aware whenever we drop new content and go live. We'll greatly appreciate it, man. It don't take about
All
20
right.
seconds. Don't cost you a
Shoot. Don't
thing.
let me tell you, if it take you 20 seconds to hit the like button, yeah, I'm wondering about you. All right.
Well, I'm
Look,
talking about
Tony,
the
it might.
light. I'm talking
Oh,
about
okay.
all of it. Yeah.
Oh,
Not,
my bad. My bad. I'm sitting there like it might take you 20 seconds to
ah,
hit the like button.
dang.
Okay, I'm sorry.
There
All
you go.
right.
Can I live?
No, you
And
cannot,
for the
cousin.
ones that's watching on Twix, aka Twitter X, there's like 9, 10 of y'all watching on Twix. Hey, just come on over to YouTube, subscribe, you know, uh hit that like button and turn those post notification bells for us as well.
All right, we appreciate you. All right, Tony, let's go ahead and get this thing started, man.
Let's get it popping.
All right. So best available, we got Graham Barton, Bo Nix, Lad McConkey, Keon Coleman, Michael Penix Jr., Enos Rakestraw Jr., cornerback from Missouri. Okay. And let me go over to okay, so Zach Frazier is there, Cooper Beebe is there. All right. Go over the
Okay.
edge. We have Braylon Trice, Chris Braswell, Marshawn Nealon, Adisa Isaac. Okay, so Chop Robinson is gone. You know, that's another guy we've been looking at.
Hold on. 1 second, CJ. 1 second.
Hmm.
Marshawn Nealon is a sleeper. Not a lot of people are talking about him. The
Hmm.
reason why I know that name because when Dion first got to Colorado, Marshawn Nealon was one of the first players in the transfer portal that committed to Colorado. But they
Hmm.
started getting other defensive edge rushers, and he committed, but he didn't sign, and he stayed at
Okay.
Western Michigan when those other guys came in. But he's a big boy, man. I know a lot of teams wanted him out of the transfer portal, Western Michigan in that group of five. But Marshawn Nealon is a sleeper. I think he's like 6'4", 6'5", 275. Got good
Hmm.
being, got good production. So, watch out for Marshawn Nealon, man. That's a name to remember.
Okay. All right. Let me see. We looked at edge and center. Cornerbacks, you got Enos Rakestraw, as I said, Kamari Lassiter, Mike Sandstrill, TJ Tampa. Now, that's another one that I've been hearing a lot about is TJ Tampa from Iowa State. And when I've been doing these drafts, I'm like, okay, cool. Let me go ahead and get an edge and a wide receiver, excuse me, with 33 and 39. Let me see if Tampa, will fall to 65. I did that about 6 or 7 times earlier today, and he never fell past that number 39 pick. Okay, because all these other guys were
Right.
usually gone. Sandstrill on occasion, he may have fallen to 65. But if we're going to take a cornerback,
Max
you know,
Max Melton.
Max
Don't
Melt.
sleep on him out of Rutgers. Yes. Yes,
Okay,
he's the brother of Bo Melton. I think
okay,
Bo came out last year. But
all
Max
right,
Melton is a very solid corner.
okay, all right. So what's your thoughts on this one, Tony? Where you want to go?
Well, we just talked about it.
Hmm.
You know, you don't spend all that money up front on your guard position and leave the center position suspect. And I say
Hmm.
suspect because of the injury history that Austin Corbett has. He's coming off you know, he came back from the ACL, then
Hmm.
sprained his MCL. They shut him down for the rest of the season. He's not a true center, hasn't played center since preseason in Cleveland. So if you remember or if you know anything about Gilbert, the offensive line coach that came over from Tampa with Dave
Hmm.
Canales, they are serious about keeping the interior offensive line sturdy. That's where your meat and potatoes are at. Graham Barton
Okay.
gives you that versatility of playing center or guard. Now, Zach Frazier is a true center. He's been a 4-year
Hmm.
starter at West Virginia. Cooper Beebe is another one, big body. He's not as fluid or, could move as well as Zach Frazier, but Cooper
Hmm.
Beebe is there as well. So I'm still of the mindset of solidifying the front because you can go wide receiver at 39. I'm
Okay.
all about doing what's best up front for Bryce. Because if the
Okay.
front ain't right, nothing's going to be right. We witnessed that last year. So
Okay.
whichever one of those centers, man, Graham, Barton, Zach Frazier, whichever one you want to grab, I'm cool with either one of them.
Okay. What you think, Doug? Yeah. Okay.
It
Well,
may
let's
have still stepped away.
yeah. Well, let's go ahead and go with Zach Frazier because you make a good point. If
Okay.
we can go center here, and then at the very, we should have our choice still of Lad and Keon or whoever else at 39. So let's go ahead and get Zach Frazier here. Okay. And
Okay.
for those that was asking trades, I'm not really messing with trades right this second. We'll probably get to that in a couple of our future mock drafts. We try to get a little fancy and do some more with the trades, but right now we're just taking with whatever we got. Okay. So, all right. Now, 39, we still got receiver. We got Lab McConkey. We got Keon Coleman. All right. So everybody in the chat, between the two, who y'all want? Y'all want McConkey or y'all want Keon Coleman? Okay. And
That,
go ahead, Tony.
I was gonna say, um, there was a discussion that people were having on Twitter, Twix, a couple days ago, and they were saying, "Do we need a true X receiver?" And some people were thinking because if you get an X receiver, he has to be
Mm-hmm.
a big body, and that's not the case. X receiver is pretty much someone that's going to be on the line of scrimmage all the time. He's the furthest one away from the line. That's your split end. If you old school, that's what we call X back then, split end.
Okay.
Basically, you want your split end or your X receiver to be able to win off the line of scrimmage. Someone that can beat press man coverage, that knows how to um beat press man coverage, stack the receivers, got good that's very fluid, got good hips, that can sink in, or at the top of his route, get out his break, create separation, things like that. Your X receiver basically is your one-on-one,
Mm-hmm.
man-to-man beater. Pretty much.
Okay.
That's what X receiver is. Your Z, that's your flanker, what we used to call back in days of flanking. That's your Z. That's someone that's more like Deontay Johnson, someone that you could put in motion, that's off the line of scrimmage, that you can move
Mm-hmm.
around, do different things with. Okay. So
Okay.
yeah, let us know who which one y'all want.
Well,
I
hey,
love both of them.
Mister Big Arm has put Leggett in the chat about 15 times, but I do see a
Yeah, I
few for
see.
Keon for Keon Coleman. Let me see. I see. Let me see. One, two. I'll get through all of Mister Big Arms. I see three for Leggett. Let me see. I see one, two, three, four for Coleman. Let me see. Hit Rob Star report. He said, "Y'all need to stop saying Keon is slow. He's not checking his gauntlet drill."
That's right. Facts.
Yeah.
Facts, Clay. Facts.
Okay.
Facts on facts.
All right. Well, look. Hey. Okay. Well, we took. Everybody call him XL. We took XL in the last draft. And if y'all didn't see my my rendition of Xavier Leggett from the last video, I urge y'all to go check it out. Even made a little short on it
Di-
about
Disrespect.
his accent. No, that was not disrespectful. Let me tell you, I applaud him and his accent. Like I said, that's a hard working country brother right there. Okay, but like I said, y'all want to see my rendition? Go ahead and check him out. I think I did okay with it. All right. Let me see. Let me scroll down to the comments. Lad Coleman, Lad. Okay. Brandon Millen said, "What if we go Braswell and trade 65 and another pick to get the second round, take a receiver who falls?" That might be an option. Might be an option. Rock
Mm.
Jones says, "Country, man. Let me tell you, country does not describe that. It's got to be another tier of country. For Xavier Leggett,
But let me
gotta
say,
be."
man, I've seen. Let me just say that I don't want to really say slander. I'm not gonna say slander.
Mm,
All I'm gonna say is people really that people that are down on Lad McConkey need to go
mm,
back really and truly watch tape. If you say that you watch tape, if you say that you understand the game, please go back and watch Lad McConkey. When you watch Lad McConkey, there's one video out there where he was routing up Terry and Arnold from Alabama. Like he couldn't do nothing with him. When I talk about creating 3 to 5 yards of separation, routing them up like crazy, he had Terry Arnold looking like, why we talking about this dude in the first round? Like
mm,
Lamb McConkey was giving him that work. This dude has been doing it for 2 years. He's not just a one year wonder, just like with Keon Coleman. You know, I tell people you have to go back and watch his tape when he was at Michigan State. Everything that you
Mm,
saw him do at Florida State this year, he did at Michigan State last year. These guys got production on top of production, and they've done it at the highest level, not just no 1 year wonder or anything like
mm,
that. Lad is definitely somebody that can beat best press man coverage, that can run the route tree, that got natural hands, and he got some good speed after the catch. And that's all I'm gonna say on it. But they you got to put some respect on that man's name. So who we going with, CJ?
uh, let me see. There were a few comments in the chat said we go with Chris Braswell out of Alabama, but I'm gonna go back to wide receiver. So you're for Lad, right?
Yeah, my top three receivers
Hmm.
coming into this pre-draft and everything was Lad McConkey, Keon Coleman, and Ricky Pearsall. We talked
Okay.
about all three of them, especially when
All
talking
right.
about route running and natural hand catchers.
Okay. Well, hey, look, we got plenty more mock drafts to go.
Yes,
So
sir.
I'm gonna go
Let's
ahead
get
and
it. I'm
take
back,
Lad
fellas.
here.
I'm back, fellas. I had to take care of something and reach out to another content curator that hit me up about
Oh,
something. So I'm back.
oh, you good, Doug? You good? You good? Okay. So now we are at 65.
Yeah, you
All
gotta look
right.
at the edge. You gotta
Yeah.
hey, you need to talk about number
Ooh,
74. You need to talk about number
yes, sir.
74 in
Adisa
that
Isaac.
Adisa Isaac.
I
Okay.
see it is. Again, I'm letting everybody know.
He don't.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Go ahead, though. No, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, Tony, go ahead, and then I'll go after you. Go ahead.
Hey, I was just gonna say, man. The there's really no comparison between Adisa Isaac and Chop Robinson. Chop Robinson has that get off. If you want to talk about someone that would kind of remind you of Brian Burns when he first came out of Florida State with that initial first step, that initial burst, the get off, that would be Chop Robinson. When you watch Adisa Isaac, which I have a couple days ago, when watched some film, he has a toolbox full of moves. Like you don't
Mm,
know what he gonna hit you with. His get off isn't as quick as Chop Robinson, but his toolbox, oh my God, man, this dude come at you like, okay, let me try this. Okay, that ain't gonna work. Let me go to plan B. Oh, that ain't working. I got plan C, D, and E. Some gonna shake. You know what I'm saying? He gonna keep coming at you with different variety of moves. And I love that about this game because there's a lot of defensive ends, they have maybe two pass rush moves. This dude has more than that. And I love Jonas Ellis. We did select him in one of our mock drafts. He's a
mm,
sleeper out of Utah. And I told
okay.
I think I comped Jonah Ellis to Trey Henderson out of Cincinnati. That was my comp for
Okay.
him.
Okay.
All right. I ain't gonna go into too much because again, we got a 1 and 2 parter coming on. What's up, Doug? Only thing I'm gonna say
Okay.
is our outside linebackers coach was doing his drills at his pro day. That should be
Mm,
a ring, a ding.
Adisa Isaac.
Yes,
mm.
yes.
Um,
That
Did you
that
call that
y'all,
man
hey,
Adidas?
huh?
no, I
Did
said
Tony call that
Adisa.
man Adidas? Oh, okay, my bad.
Adisa.
It
Stop
sounded like
playing.
Adidas for a second, dog. My bad. Okay, go
Yeah,
ahead.
Hey,
yeah.
and I'll say this.
Carry on.
Hey, the birds definitely chirping. Y'all say y'all got me laughing about the bird noise. That will let y'all know because again, when a coach leads out in a particular drill, that means they're looking at you.
Mm,
And he let out his
yeah.
whole on field workout at Penn State's pro day. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna leave
Cool.
it at that. And when I
Okay.
when I say he hasn't got a 100-day visit yet, I mean 100-day, 30-day visit yet, I'm expecting it to come.
Okay.
What defensive linemen are available, CJ?
Hold on. Brandon Miller said, just out of curiosity, what receivers are left and where did Leggett get drafted? Now, on this one, I can't go back. Last year, I could. This thing would scroll back through and let me see who drafted, but I guess they changed it this year. But he's off the board, so he went somewhere between 39 and 65. But those are the receivers that I left: Walker, Rice, McMillan, Wilson, Javon Baker, Luke McCaffrey, Malik Washington. So those are your top receivers that are left.
Javon Baker is the truth. We
Yeah,
selected him in one of our mock
in the
drafts.
first
That
one,
he's a
in the
route
very
runner.
first one.
Yeah, the
Mm-hmm.
very first one. Yeah, yes, yeah, we did. He
You want
definitely
to see
he
defensive
can
line, Tony?
route you up, huh?
Mm-hmm. You want to see defensive line?
Yeah, defensive line.
Okay.
I saw something on Michael Hall. I haven't watched any tape of him, but I think it was Jim Nagy from the uh what's that the Senior Bowl down in Mobile he runs. He was talking about Michael Hall being a dominant three technique um defensive tackle. So like I said, I don't know
Okay.
much about him.
Hey, big shout out to T Thompson, man. I appreciate that. That has been right in front of my face the entire time, and I did not know it. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Okay, so Brandon, Xavier Leggett went number 47. No, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. No, he
Hey,
was
that boy
ranked.
CJ
Okay.
tired tonight. That's all, man.
What you say now?
I said that boy CJ tired tonight. That's all, fellas.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I
I
am
see it in your
tired
face.
tonight.
You know I know. I see it in your face tonight.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. That's not where he was drafted. That's the ranking. My bad. My bad. Okay. All right. Well, let's get back to it. Tony, what do you want to see again now? I'm sorry. I went off with this. Your defensive line. There we go.
No, I was just talking about Michael Hall. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. All right.
Jim Nagy was talking about him on Twitch a couple days ago. So he
Okay.
may be the still defensive lineman, especially if you're looking for another three technique defensive lineman, interior
Gotcha.
defensive lineman, pass rusher. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I think with this pick, we probably be better off going edge because, like we said, we are very
Thin.
thin at that
It's
position.
thin, but
I mean,
it's just by committee.
yeah. I mean, we've got
Mhm.
Woonham, DJ Johnson, and again, I have nothing against DJ Johnson, even though I didn't agree with them trading the two players to jump up and get him. I'm sorry, trading the two picks to jump up and get him. But we haven't seen anything from him this past year, to be honest with you. So I don't know if he's going to pan out or not. So what you guys think?
Hey,
I
like you
said
said,
defensive
it's a
line.
thin position, and based on what we know right now,
Mm-hmm.
as of today, Jadeveon Clowney has not signed with the Panthers. So I would say that it is a position of
Oh,
dire
boy,
need because
Isaac. That's just me.
even if Jadeveon Clowney does sign, how many more
Mm-hmm.
years does he have left in the tank? You know what I'm saying? So this
All
can
right.
be someone that can come in and possibly learn behind Jadeveon Clowney, and get prepared for for the future and make it be a rotational piece.
All right. Well, let's go to Disa Isaac then. Go ahead and take him.
And you
All
got to
right.
ask
So we
what's
got interior lineman, wide receiver, and edge
look
or
at corner
center.
now.
Yes, thank you, Doug. Corner.
No problem, my guy.
All right. Okay. We got Chris Abrams, Drain, if I'm saying that
Ooh.
right.
Nope.
Kyrie
Don't say don't give me
Jackson,
Cam Hart. Give me Cam Hart.
Cam Hart.
Give me Cam.
Okay.
Hey, that's my guy to Notre Dame.
Hey, I know. I'm gonna say I know Doug loved Cam Hart. When I watch Cam Hart on tape, you know who he remind me of?
Who?
James
Mm.
Bradbury.
Uh,
James Bradbury.
which James
Hey,
Bradbury?
for
Which?
for a
Yeah,
zone
for real.
for a
Which one?
zone the zone coverage James Bradbury because
So,
he
what I
definitely.
mean by that is which year? Which year? I'm saying the younger James because the older James everybody
Oh yeah,
thinks.
the younger James. Yeah, the
Okay.
younger James. The older James. Nah, listen. That's a head scratcher as well. But yeah, the younger James, I'll take him. Oh, if he can duplicate what the younger James Bradbury did, because we do run a lot of zone coverage in
Mm.
Vero's defense, and I think he will fit
Hey, so
well
I'm on Cam
in a
Hart.
zone coverage scheme.
Okay.
I'm telling you, I got some tape. Y'all be like, Doug, where you find this at? I got some tape on Cam Hart that would make you be like, okay.
And I like Kyrie Jackson too.
I see.
He's a
Hey, we got two people in the chat, Tony. We got two.
very aggressive corner out of Oregon. He started off at Alabama.
Okay. My Kendall Johnson said, "Do a mock with Clay one day." Hey, well, Clay, if you interested, man, we definitely be down for it. Just holler at us.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
definitely down.
James Bradbury was a good player.
He
He
was.
he he had his moments.
Yeah.
He has my. I'm kind
One
of
thing I
50-50
know.
on Bradbury.
One thing I know. Bradbury, hey, he would shut Mike Evans down. I don't know how he would do it, but he used to give
Mhm,
Mike Evans the business. Him and Mike Evans would go at it. Him and Julio Jones even went at it a few times. You know, those
mhm,
bigger body receivers he did well with. It's the smaller receivers that route him up, hit him with, that's twitchy, hit him with the quickness. He really couldn't
mhm.
do nothing with.
Okay. All right. Well, I forgot who in the comments said Cam Hart is 6'2". Okay, so he is a bigger cornerback. All right.
Yeah. Somebody said Cam Hart struggles in coverage. Daquan Henderson
Mm,
said we need a
mm.
coverage corner. Cam Hart struggles in coverage. Doug, what you say about that?
About
That's your
what?
man. Cam
About what?
Hart struggling in coverage.
I gotta see it. Whoever said that, you gotta show me. Show
Okay.
me.
But hey, but you know what now? Just for mock draft sake, Daquan does make a good point about Chris Abrams here. He said, look at the value. We picked 101 and he's ranked 78.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I just thought I'd put that comment up there. That from a just looking at it, that does make a lot of sense. I appreciate that comment,
Well, all
Daquan.
three of them, Chris Abrams, Drain, Kyrie Jackson, or Cam Hart. Like we said, we pick it
True.
101. They at 78, 85, and 91. So really all of them are great value. If you're going if you using that metric to make the selection, all
Mm,
three, even DJ James at 96.
true. Okay. I got you. All right. Well, you know what? Since we got our good friend Doug with us, and he is a fan of Cam Hart, let's go ahead and get Cam Hart here, okay?
Gonna
And
be
if
a
this actually
Let's go
happens in
ahead.
hey, look, if it
what's
actually
the
happens in real life
grade?
and it doesn't work out, we'll blame Doug.
I want to see the grade. You
What?
get an
Be on Doug's head. Oh my God. I can't.
A.
Oh,
You get an A.
Jesus, Jesus, let it happen. Let it happen,
You get
Jesus.
an
Okay, so now we have back-to-back picks at 141 and 142. So we've addressed the center position. We got Lad McConkey at wide receiver, Adisa Isaac at edge, and Cam Hart at cornerback. Okay, so what do y'all want to look at next, fellas? And in the chat, tell me what y'all want to look at next.
You gotta look at tight end too.
Oh, this is true. Okay, and I'm sorry for the delay, y'all. I'm switching back and forth between screens here. Uh-oh. Instant not Kansas State. Dallin Holker. I
Jed
forgot. I
Wiley
think that.
down there 180.
hmm I forgot
Oh,
who
we got
was it. Was it
141 and
Rock?
142.
Yeah, was it Rock Jones in the chat that wanted my man from
Yes,
Colorado
and
State?
Dallin Hooker.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember. But you know what? I know we're not doing it right now. We probably do it in another mock draft here later. But
Mm-hmm.
I can see where the Panthers trade out of one of those either pick 141 or 142. I can see them using 141 and trading back out of 142 to pick up another draft pick.
Mm-hmm.
I can
Hmm.
see that happening.
Well, shoot. Well, here's the interesting one here. They got trade off from the Bengals. For 141, we get 149, and then we get 224 and 237.
Mm.
Okay. Right. Let me see. Who was it? Brandon said linebacker, safety, and tight end. Let me go look at the linebackers real quick. You got Trevin Wallace for Kentucky. And I'm not even going to lie to y'all. I haven't done any research on any of these guys yet. I couldn't tell you
Trevin
nothing.
Wallace is a good linebacker out of Kentucky. I watched one I watched a couple highlights, not even film, but I watched a couple highlights on Trevin Wallace.
Okay. You
He's
know, let me
he's
go
definitely a good linebacker.
go back to
Uh-oh.
wide
The-
receiver. Now Javon Baker
Uh-oh.
is still there. Now a lot of people are saying that we should double dip in this draft at receiver, and a lot of people are saying like at 33 and 39. Like if you know, just say McConkey and Coleman or Xavier Leggett, you know, a combination of them three are there. You know, we double dip at wide receiver at those 2 first-round picks. But what
Mhm.
was y'all think of a combination of McConkey and then Javon Baker?
Go ahead, Doug.
My bad, I'm multitasking. Well,
You good?
what you say?
I said, "Would you?" A lot of people were saying we should double dip at wide
Oh,
receiver.
Malik Washington out of
Um,
Virginia. I did a video on him. Malik Washington,
okay,
All
all
American.
right,
Yeah.
okay,
I know just the same thing that a lot of people are saying about Xavier Leggett, you can say
hmm
about Malik Washington.
okay,
He's that, thick body, got good speed, hands, like Doug just said, was all American. Malik Washington is just as good as Xavier Leggett. But
okay,
I love Javon Baker. I'm all about the receivers that can create separation for themselves, that can win one-on-one contested battles. You know, I'm not as high on 40-yard dash times as some people are, because
hmm
in this game, especially at the skill position, when you talk about wide receiver, it's all about deceleration, acceleration, and separation, natural hands catcher. That's what I'm looking for. And Javon Baker definitely covers all of those.
okay. Gotcha. All right. Now
What
let
about
me see.
linebacker? Look, what? Oh, yeah, we looked at linebacker. I'm sorry. Yeah, we looked at linebacker.
Okay, so I'll make sure I'm saying this name right. Just the Sefer McMillan. I think that's. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. My apology. Has been putting James Williams' name in the chat, and they did ask him about him. When we first started the mock draft, I think before we started the mock draft, and I think he is a safety from Miami. Is
Safety,
anybody?
Miami.
Is it? Is anybody heard anything from about him?
No, I don't know anything about him. Let me look him up real quick.
Okay. Let's see. Miami safety James Williams. I have an example for you,
6'5".
John Raw.
Good lord.
Good grief. Okay.
6'5", 215. Was he at the
Hmm,
combine? Was he at the
I don't
combine?
know.
Hold on, I'm telling you one
Okay.
second. Cause I don't remember them talking about no 6'5" safety at the combine.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
I might ask to look at running backs too. So we got Marshawn Lloyd, Ray
Yeah, he was
Davis,
there.
Dylan Johnson, Dewan Edwards. Okay.
He was there. He ran a 4.65,
Mm-hmm.
6'4", 231 pounds. Hey, he was 230.
But I think you mute.
Yeah,
Can't hear you. Oh,
at
my
the
bad.
combine. Hey man, that's linebacker. Hell, that ain't no safety. You can easily move him down in the box.
You you,
He
you
can
thinking Jeremy Chin
easily
esque?
play off ball linebacker. Nah, he a little bit bigger than Chin. Chin was
Okay.
6'2", 220. This dude here is 6'4", 231. Ran a 4.65. So
Hey, T Top said, "Oh hell, nah, take a linebacker."
yeah, 35-inch arms, 9.5
uh,
inch hands. So
hey, they said
I mean,
6'5" safety
he's a big
seems
boy.
unfair. Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Well,
yeah.
let me see.
He definitely has range. I tell you that.
Okay. Hey, well, you know what? let us do a little bit more research on him. I don't think we're gonna take him in this draft, but I'll definitely make sure that I look him up, and we'll talk about my next draft. We'll probably do one on Saturday again. Okay.
Yeah, I'm about to go watch some
I got
tape on him. I haven't seen anything on him.
Joseph McMillan. Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. Hey, okay, well, Joseph, let's do this. We're gonna look at some tape on him, and we'll swing back to him on Saturday. Probably do another mock draft on Saturday. All right. Let me
Yeah.
see. Let me get back over to the simulator here.
So thus far, we've addressed center, wide receiver, edge, and cornerback.
Hmm.
Do we go tight end here, or do we look at running back? Now you know
I
how I
mean,
feel about Marshawn Lord and Ray Davis. You know I love
Hmm.
them. But let me tell you somebody who I think is a sleeper. If you haven't watched much SEC ball, I know it's not somebody
Ray Davis.
that no.
Okay,
You know what? I don't think they SEC. I'm sorry. But Frank Gore Jr. at Southern Miss.
that's my conference.
If you
That's
want
a
to
Sun
talk about
Belt. That's a Sun Belt.
yeah, Sunbelt.
Okay.
But listen, if you loved his dad, if he was a Frank Gore
Hmm.
fan, then Junior is right behind him. No, I'm just saying he's a sleeper, just like Ty J Spears came on late. It was a sleeper, and people loved him and was talking about him. Listen, he's not getting that much publicity, but I love Frank Gore Jr. as a sleeper. I really do.
Okay.
But Marshall
All right.
Lord is a beast. He ran faster than I expected at the combine. He has great hands. He can be a little of a thumper. Ray Davis, I think, had the best feet out of anybody. You know, CJ, I talked was last week or the week before. I said his comp
Hmm.
to me was DeAndre Swift, just solely based on the feet. You know what I'm saying? Like he can I compared him to Allen Iverson and Tim Hardaway when we talk about basketball in the crossover. We know how devastating Allen Iverson, how good a crossover looked, but Tim Hardaway crossover was just as well. Look good just as well, but was even
Hmm.
sharper. That's how I compare Ray Davis to DeAndre Swift. But he definitely got those
Okay.
feet. He's slippery. Yeah. I
Okay.
like Ray Davis.
All right. What you think? I apologize everybody. The mock draft simulator has froze on me, and I got another one going, and I'm trying to see if I can um get the same picks going again here. And it doesn't look like I'm having that much success at the moment.
Oh man, it froze up on you.
It froze up. I mean, it froze up. It will not let me do anything on this page again.
Well, while
Uh
we're waiting, there's 84 people in the chat and there's 37 likes. If you would, please jump over and hit that like button, subscribe, turn those post notification bells so whenever we drop new content or go live, you'll be made aware. It also will help us out with the algorithm. So our content can be seen more for you guys through YouTube. So hit that like button. We'll greatly appreciate it. And subscribe. Definitely appreciate that even more.
oh yeah. All right. Let me see here. Oh crap. Uh,
T. Thompson said, hot damn, like button or leave.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Also,
what's up.
right. Marshawn Lord left South Carolina for Southern Cal.
Okay.
He did. He sure did. And went to Southern Cal and balled out.
I don't mind a
Oh,
running back or tight end, but like I said, I like any of the running backs.
yeah. T. Thompson, I guess he hit the damn like button, people. Oh, I'm saying that Rock Jones said that, but T. Thompson had hot, and I thought it was hot. He probably meant hit the damn like button or leave. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I apologize. I cannot get this bad boy to work, and I can't get it to pull up on another tab either. So I do apologize. Let me see. Let me try another one here.
Well, just for sake, just for conversation, Doug, what would you have done at 141? Me personally, I would say either tight end or
It'll be a
line,
t it'll
or
be a tight end
tight
or
end
a
or
running
running
back.
back.
It'll be tight end or running back. You're just
Yeah.
asking which one's more value.
Well, like I said before, because we need another pass catching tight end right now. Tommy Tremble is the only true pass catching tight end on the roster. So my mindset is that you need another one to pair with him and possibly groom, because he would be a rookie coming in, someone that you can groom, that can get familiarized and learn in your system and have for the future. So I think tight end, in my opinion, is more dire need than running back. So Dallin Holker or Ben Sinnott. I think Ben Sinnott was on the board. So yeah, probably would take Ben Sinnott right there. What about you?
Okay.
What about you, CJ?
I probably would have went with Ben Sinnott too, man. I would have went with Ben Sinnott too, tight end. Let me get to the money here. Dig it with $10 super checks to put this towards your ISP. Hey, you know what? Hey, let me tell you, everything else is working fine, but that one damn draft simulator.
Oh,
Hey, I get the message on the screen say
oh, Dave
retry.
is crazy.
Hey, but we appreciate the $10 super chat, man. Thank you.
Hey,
Mr. Hunky Dory said more for your ISP.
we appreciate.
uh, let me tell you. I
Yeah.
am mad at this one, dog. I swear I'm mad at this one because this is the second time. Okay, hold on. Let me see here. All right, if I don't get it on this try, I will we'll move on. Okay, you know what, y'all? Let me just go ahead and pull this up again. Okay, so let me see if I can run back through this real quick. All right, let me start the draft. Now I guarantee you I ain't gonna be able to pick everybody where we picked them at the last time. Okay, so we went Zach Frazier. All right, wide receiver.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
we went
so
Lad McConkey.
the Lamb McConkey's gone. We got Troy Franklin and Xavier the Get. Mr. Big Arm, this one's for you, dog. Okay.
Well, we went defensive end at 65.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, decent
Yeah,
Isaac.
decent
Yeah,
Isaac. And then we went cornerback and we
yeah,
did
went cornerback.
we
Cam
got
Hart.
Cam Hart.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Cam already drafted.
No, you're right here.
Oh, okay, yeah, Cam Hart. And
Okay.
141, where we was talking about either tight end. Me, I'm thinking like tight end or linebacker, because I still think we need a linebacker too.
Okay. So let's see. All right, tight ends. You got Jaheim Bell from Florida State. Okay. And you got
That's
Ben
a
Sinnott
weapon.
from
That's a weapon. So I'm not even
okay.
talking about Jaheim Bell at Florida State. Let me just go back a year when he was at South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody and Rock should know this. Jaheim Bell not only lined up at tight end, Jaheim Bell lined up in the backfield. And if I'm not
Mm-hmm.
mistaken, he may have thrown one or two passes, like on trick plays. Like he was a weapon for South Carolina. So when he got in the transfer portal and left and went to Florida State, I was surprised. You know what I mean? Because they're like his position was solidified at South Carolina, but he went to Florida State and did his thing as well. But Jaheim Bell is definitely a weapon. Yes, he
Okay.
is.
Hey, and Carl D, thank you for the 199 super chat, man. We greatly appreciate it. He said, "How
Yeah,
about running
appreciate the
back
call, D.
Isaiah Davis from South Dakota State?" Okay, take a
Yeah, I
look
don't know
at him.
anything about him.
Where is he? Or did I pass him already? Oh, yeah,
There
there
you
you
go,
go.
right
Okay,
there.
167. All right, look at him. Where was I at before? Tight end. Okay, so let's see. We got linebacker Tommy Eichenberg. Okay,
I like Tom Eichenberg. I
so
like
now we
Tom
do have
Eichenberg. I don't
we do
go
have
ahead.
back to back picks. We could go linebacker and tight end. And again, we were talking about wide receivers. We got Luke McCaffrey,
Nah,
Malik Washington.
linebacker and tight end.
Okay.
So let's see.
Uh,
Grab either one of them. Either one of them first.
all right. You get Eichenberg, and let me go back to tight end. Who you want, Ben Sanat or Jaheim Bell?
I take I take Benson not Benson not is more he's a better blocker than Jaheim Bell. Now I know I mentioned Jaheim Bell is a weapon, but when
Mm,
you look at Dave Canales' offense, and typically you want your tight end not only to be able to catch passes, but also
mm.
block for you as well. And Benson not comes from that Kansas State offense where those tight ends block first, catch passes second. So I think he will fit well into the scheme that Dave Canales is going to run.
Hey, look, man. T Thompson yelling at us in all caps. He says, "Take Bell here." He said, "Take Bell."
Hey, hey, you know what? Let's go and take Bell, man. Let's go ahead and take Bell.
Okay. All right.
Let's go and take Bell. There you go, T. Thompson.
Hey, look, we appreciate you been rocking with us the whole time.
Yeah, we doing it for the people, man. We doing it for the
Yeah.
people. Now, T. Thompson, you probably ain't hit that like button, so go ahead and hit that smash that like button for me since we just picked your tight end.
Oh, man, I'm sure he done hit the like button already.
I'm just messing.
All right, so with our last pick, let me recap. We went back and my draft simulator froze. So in the first one, we took Zach Frazier and we took Lad McConkey. So when I went back, redid it. We got everybody but McConkey. We took Xavier Leggett. At 65, we got Deesa Isaac. 101, Cam Hart. 141, Tommy Eichenberg. And 142, Jaheim Bell. All right. So what we're looking at with this last pick.
Let me see a defensive lineman.
Okay.
I don't know anything about any of those guys.
Okay.
Of course, I know about Miles Murphy. You know, he
Tar
goes
Heel.
he yeah Tar Heel.
Hey, you know what? Let me. Okay. What's his name? James Williams. He gone. I was
Yeah,
gonna say if he was still there, we hit 6'5", 230 something.
Trey
Let me
Taylor is a sleeper. Trey Taylor is a sleeper. If I'm not
Air Force.
um if I'm not mistaken, he won some type of award this year as the top corner as a top defensive back. I can't remember if it was Trey Taylor or somebody else um for Air Force, but they won the award for top defensive back coming out of college this year. I
Mm,
think he had like 6 or 7 interceptions. Maybe it wasn't Trey Taylor, but yeah. I know somebody
okay.
from either I think from the Air Force Academy that won the
Mm,
award. Yeah.
okay.
So what
Somebody told
position
me
we
to
looking
see.
at here? Should we grab another offensive lineman or defensive lineman? I still feel like we need something in the trenches.
Okay. Let me
Well,
see. Inside offensive line,
that
we
is
got Charles Turner. What you say, Tony?
I was gonna say, or do we double dip and get another wide receiver or another corner?
Hmm. That is a good question. Which room you think needs the most help right now?
Don't start me the line.
I'm
But
not.
nah,
I'm not going.
you know
I
me.
think. I think it would be corner. To be perfectly honest with you. I
Okay.
mean, just
What,
think
what,
about a wide
what,
receiver room. We
what-
got Deontay Johnson, Adam Thielen, and this pans out like this. Xavier Leggett. We still have
David
Will
Moore,
Smith Marset, David Moore. Then you got Jonathan Mingo and
Terrence
uh
Marshall Jr.
and Terrace Marshall Jr. still on the roster. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that's the best wide receiver group, in the NFL, but I think that's a very capable wide receiver group, that hopefully that Canales can implement his system with. So I say
Right.
that's a good corner here. See what everybody in the chat saying.
Okay. MJ
Oh,
Devonshire is definitely not a bad pickup. Uh,
mhm,
at 240. Of course, we watched him a little bit because he played in the ACC against our Tar
mhm,
Heels. Hey,
yeah,
look at Frank Gore Jr. Look at
yeah,
Frank Gore
and
Jr.
that
That's
and that
all I'm gonna
and
say.
and let me tell you, and that's why I went there because I saw a couple people say about him in the chat here. All right, well, you know what?
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
Frank Gore
Frank
Jr.
Gore Jr.
All right.
Yes. Now you talking about somebody that can come in and push um Raheem Blackshear for that number 3 running back position?
Mm-hmm.
It's Frank Gore Jr.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, to recap, everybody, like I said, I had some technical difficulties with the draft simulator. I apologize and thank you for everybody who donated to help my internet service provider. I appreciate y'all. But we took Zach Frazier. In the original draft, we took Lad McConkey at 39, but he was not there on this one, so we got Xavier Leggett. Adisa Isaac at 65. Edge, Cam Hart, cornerback at 101. Linebacker Tommy Eichenberg at 141. Tight end Jaheim Bell from Florida State at 142. And Frank Gore Jr., running back from Southern Miss at 240. Okay.
Yes.
All
So
right.
how you feel about that? How you feel about those picks, CJ?
I feel good about them. What I'm hoping the Panthers will do is a little bit more in free agency because I mean there's still a cornerback out there like Stephon Gilmore. Okay, I know he played here a couple years ago, but he's a free agent. He's still out there on the market. You know what? Maybe the Panthers take a shot at trying to bring him back. You know, I mean, I still think there's some pieces that they could possibly add, to that cornerback room. And are they done in free agency? I don't think so. So we'll have to wait and see. But if that was the draft, I feel okay with it. You know, like I said, it just depends. We still got to see what Jadeveon Clowney is going to do, whether Michael Gallup signs or not. But if Jadeveon Clowney signs, that would kind of ease my worries with the edge spot just a little bit. Maybe you can wait and draft one couple picks down the order.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But if he but if he doesn't sign, I wouldn't be mad at the Panthers if they took edge at 33.
Right,
So
right, right. I
what
just
about
wanted
you?
to brought this comment up real quick about from Cannon. He mentioned Jalen Coker, not Cocker, out of Holy Cross. But no, Jalen Coker is a very good wide receiver. He's very underrated, just simply because of the school that he went to. But if you watch any highlights on him, I'm not gonna say tape because I don't think there's any tape out there on him, but the highlights that I've seen are very good. But at the same time, when I say that, I always say competition matters. So I just look
Hmm.
at the competition that he had production against and say, well, would he have that kind of same production if he was in the SEC or the Big Ten or the SC, ACC or something like that, like a Power Five school. That's my only thing about that. But I've also said in the past, if you are a player that's at a Group of Five or level or lower level school,
Hmm.
do you dominate the competition, not just play good, like to
Yeah.
really get your name on the radar, to give anyone indication about your evaluation? Did you dominate the competition? And from
Hmm.
what I've seen, like I said, it's highlights. So that, they put together what they want to put together. The guy was he was dominating competition, and when you go back and look at his stats, the numbers say dominant. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
anything is possible with that. But Jalen Coker, yes, he is a sleeper. He has good separation, good hands, could go up and contest it. He got good feet. I mean, he got everything
Yeah.
that you want in a wide receiver, but it's just the level of competition that he did it
Mhm.
against, and you have to say, was it just good or did he dominate? So
Okay.
that's how I would look at it.
Okay. Hey,
Two
we got
growls,
two
one war.
growls. Yeah, Ben, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you, man. Appreciate you coming through.
Yeah, what's going
Oh,
on, man? You missed the mock
I,
draft, brother.
yeah, I wish we could have got you in a little earlier, man, because we about to wrap it up here, dog. But yeah, man. Um, oh my goodness, I dominated.
Leave leave it up to him, man. Leave it up to him. You know he gonna say something crazy.
Oh
You know
goodness.
he gonna
Hold
say
on.
something crazy.
I did want to get back to Diggett's comment. He said, I think this year will set a Panther record for the number of undrafted invited to camp. hey, hey, like somebody said earlier, we need all the help we can get. So there probably would be quite a few of them that come in as undrafted free agents. Yeah,
Competition, man. Competition. Iron sharpens iron. You
yes,
know,
it does.
the better the competition, the better we will be as a team in the long run.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, Tony, before we get up out of here, man, you got anything you want to say to the good people that joined us tonight and stay with us for a good hour and a half here?
Hey, like always, man, we appreciate y'all joining us, taking time out your schedule to chop it up with us, giving y'all input on the mock draft and
Hmm.
all things, even the discussions about the potential free agents that have visited, that we've signed, things like that. Like I always say, man, today, look, if you're here, 86 or 76 people watching right now, 48 likes, just go ahead and take a few seconds out of your time and hit that like button, subscribe, turn those post notification bells so you always be made aware when we drop new content and go live. We'll greatly appreciate it. Go ahead, CJ.
Oh, that's it, man. Hey, and like Tony said, it should only take you 20 seconds to do all of that, okay? If y'all in here
I
before and heard
timed it,
that
man.
comment.
I timed it like the 40.
Yeah. Hey, but we appreciate everybody here, man. And like Tony said, if you're new, hit that subscribe button, like us on all social media at Two Fans in the Stands. We appreciate all the love and support. We're looking to make the channel grow. We're looking to do things in the future. We got some ideas that we're talking about behind the scenes, and we'll bring those to you once we got them, once we got them dialed in. Let me say it like that. Once we got them dialed in. And we appreciate everybody coming in tonight, man. And like you said, Saturday, 12 o'clock, you catch us again. We'll be live. We'll see what the Panthers do between now and then. We'll probably run through another mock draft. And like I said, hopefully we'll maybe have an answer on Clowney, maybe have an answer on Michael Gallup. And then, hopefully this next mock draft will be even more interesting than this one was tonight. And digging in Mr. Hunky Dory, I would definitely take those funds and go straight to my ISP and get the situation straight. Okay. But
Oh God.
again, I think everybody that was with us tonight, thank you for all your input, all your comments. We appreciate all the love and support. And Mr. Hunky Dory said Saturday at 1 p.m. would be better. Hey, we'll see. We'll see about that. I got the old man next to me right here, so we got to make sure we get him in the bed
Don't
at a
don't
proper
don't put that on me. Don't put
time.
that on me.
All
Don't even
right,
try.
but everybody, like I always do, man, I want to take y'all out with three things. Number one, y'all be good. Number two, y'all be safe. And as always, Panther Nation, most importantly, keep pounding, and we'll see you.